Hello everyone, and welcome to the Whopper Plays what will be a Darkest Dungeon campaign. So I'm interested in trying to complete an NG Plus playthrough before the new expansion comes out. I have only ever completed the In Greatest Haste or In All Haste achievement, and before that the first time I finished the game was with a huge, massive grind. I don't ever want to have to do that again. So we go onwards and we call it our Darkest Underground Vineyard 2. Let the game have its sound back.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
So, for anyone who's been living in a cave in Mars with your fingers in your ears and your eyes closed, the Darkest Dungeon is a sort of team management slash turn-based tactics kind of game. You play as a team of heroes with the aim of collecting loot and trying to get rid of the evil that has taken over your families. Ugh, go away. Where were we? One of these is get rid of the stupid tutorials. Get rid of the evil that has started to take over your family's household. Now, heroes have a series of moves. These moves can attack from certain positions, the white squares, and into certain positions, the red squares. They'll have things like different chances to hit, different amounts of damage. Some of them hit multiple units. Some of them have effects like that do damage over time rather than raw damage. Some of them are AoE, like this guy, he does AoE. And some have damage over time effects, like this usually gets a bleed, yep, and we can see there that it does 2 damage for 3 rounds, so it's an extra 6 damage. I'm going to try and stun the big guy, which means they don't get their next turn. They just spend it being stunned, and then they are no longer stunned, and they get a buff towards resisting stuns in the future, so you can't just try and chain it infinitely. Stuns combine pretty well with damage over time effects, because you get sort of twice as many turns that they're, ouch, taking damage over time without actually hurting you. And that's him dead at the start of his turn when he takes his damage over time. Enemies that die from damage over time effects do not leave corpses, which are something that affects your ability to who you hit.
Death waits for the slightest lapse in concentration.
Try stunning this guy too. Good success.
As the fiend falls,
Okay, and we see some loot. We're going to continue adventuring. Resort. No? Okay. And we're going to interact with the one that does never anything good. For the sole purpose of showing you that you can interact with treasure chests and things, and that bad things can happen when you do so. So quest's finished, we get some quest reward for finishing the quest. All the stuff that you have in your inventory at the end gets converted into money, except for heirlooms, which we use to upgrade our buildings, which we'll see in a bit. You can also get positive and negative traits. So we've actually got some very good ones. Eldritch Slayer is lovely. Last Gasp is, I mean, you don't want to be below 50% HP if you can avoid it, but it's probably going to happen.
Welcome home, such as it is.
And we see the town. The town has all sorts of different buildings that do different things.
They are yours now.
The tavern and the
You are
abbey
bound to them.
are both things for de-stressing. We've got a blacksmith and a guild, which we can't do yet, but they're for upgrading your heroes, as is the survivalist. You've got the Ancestors' Memoirs to view things that you've done in the past. You've got the Graveyard to see any heroes that have died. A Nomad Wagon, which lets you buy and sell items. And the Stagecoach, which we're going to go to get the 2 extra new heroes. And we are going to upgrade our Stagecoach to increase the number of heroes that arrive per week. So instead of just 2 a week, we'll go up to 3
Great heroes can be
and even
found
4.
even here, in the mud and rain.
This gives us a better chance of getting more heroes of the kind of classes we want in the future. We're going to embark on our first quest.
Madness and morbidity.
Check out
Our
what
work begins.
skills we got. He has got Stab from position 3, so he's useful there. And we got the I Love This skills. These are the skills I basically want on all my Vestals. As for bonuses, Stun Resist, Scout, yuck, that's disgusting. That's fine, because I never intended to let the torch go low. And that's also good for High Torch. We want to get rid of this Kleptomaniac. We've got no items to equip, so we don't need to worry about that. What we can do is provision.
Measured now in gold, later in blood.
I've forgotten the exact numbers that you need for this first one, but I think it's something like 2 to 5. And food to help repair. Ready, steady, go. Now we've gained access to some new things that we can see. Before it was just a linear path, but now we can see that there are different kinds of paths we could potentially take. And we also have torches to affect our light meter. As we can see here, now that we're at a lower light level, we get plus stress and plus scouting and monster surprise, whereas if we use a torch to go up, we get double the chance, or we gain more chance of monster surprise and more chance of scouting. Monster surprise means you get to go first regardless of speed, and then at the end of the turn they take their goes. This can actually be a little bit of a drawback in that the enemies get 2 goes in a row if they're a fast enemy, but generally it's a good thing.
Another one falls.
Because you can usually use it to kill someone early,
Trifling victory.
as well as set up stuns that you would otherwise not be able to set up. So here's a blockage. Blockages are cleared with shovels. Otherwise you get a whole lot of stress for clearing them by hand. And now we're introduced to a new mechanic of stress. Kind of. I mean, it was there before, but we just didn't have much to do with it. Oh, you can't stab there, so... In addition to health, if you run out of health you can potentially die, although we'll talk about that in more detail in a bit. There's also stress, and if you get up to full 200% stress, you go down to 0 health, and the enemy can then one-hit kill you. Halfway to that point, when you're at 100, you can either get a positive bonus to occur or a negative bonus to occur. Things like being heroic or valiant or whatever they're called. Or negative things like you could become irrational, or I think there's one that's madness or insanity, something along those lines. smack these two.
Confidence surges as the enemy
So now we can see corpses. So these guys have left corpses, and this means that I couldn't kill this acolyte with open vein, because it can only target the first two positions, and I have to use a shooty
Their formation
skill.
is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Scouting, please. Lovely. Scouting lets you see what's coming ahead. It means you can't be surprised. So you can't lose your round to the enemy. Because he's a kleptomaniac, he's going to take all the stuff. Thankfully nothing actually that valuable. So two little stabby guys and a shooty guy. They seem to be targeting him, so we'll do some targeted healing to try and counteract that. I think our area of effect one might... No, it didn't quite finish him off. Still, it was probably worth trying.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
And because he's got a dot, I'm going to try and stun. Yep, successful.
As the fiend falls,
Only one enemy left.
blossoms.
Shoot. And now he's dead to the dot. So we will instead try and get some healing done. Or try critting corpses.
Great is
And our healer didn't go before that. I was hoping to try and get a heal off, but no such luck. Now this guy's got need of healing and stress, so we'll use the holy water on the fountain. And you can basically different of these interactable things, the curios, will combine with different items in different ways to produce different effects. And eventually you just learn them all
the match is
by trying them.
a blazing
Who's
star
got
is
good? You, and you need the stress curing. Disarming traps helps cure stress. Or if you're sick of trying to learn them all because you know that you can, you just look up the curio interactions on the wiki. Fight. So good stabby guy, crappy stabby guy, stress magic user. Attack the one that can bleed with the bleeding skill one. Try and finish him off.
obliterated.
We are successful. Crits also don't generate corpses, I should have mentioned. So they're dead to the next damage over time effect. Although they've lowered our torchlight too much, not happy.
Press this advantage.
Very good.
Give them no quarter.
Yep, we got a nice stress reduction. Now,
Horrors.
heirloom box. It looks like it's locked,
To the mud.
but apparently it isn't. And yet, it unlocked a hidden compartment. We'll drop down here to try and look at what this curio is. It is a backpack. Damn it. He's taken all our
A
goodies.
fortune waiting to be spent.
Back up. Backtracking like that generates additional stress, hunger. So the food that we brought gets converted into health, but if you don't have any food when a hunger check activates, you will lose health and gain a fair bit of stress, which which is no good.
Wealth beyond
Loot.
measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
I'm going to go down because I happen to know that there are usually goodies down here. Because, you know, it's not like it's the same dungeon every time or anything. Wink, wink. Use our shovel. Now, the upside to having low light is that you get more loot. Yep, but the enemies get more accuracy and do more damage, which I don't happen to feel is generally worth it. Very good. So we've finished off him and chipped away there. Boo, he dodged. That's all well and good. The crit is less good. Counter crit. They're dead to the next damage over time effect. Try and stack some more on the other one though. Now they're also dead to the next damage over time effect. If they'd ever stop critting us, that would be lovely. Try and kill off, there we go. Now they're both dead, as we said, so we will try and crit some corpses.
The slow death, unforeseen.
And there we go. We get some extra gold, use our other key, get some more goodies to take home, and we can quit the quest. Quit the quest. Quit the quest. Boop. So we got a good haul for busts, not much else, reasonable amount of money, a stun charm, and some more crests. Boom, boom, boom. We got quick reflexes, which is great, robust, it's nice, and stout, which is nice. So we cannot complain.
My obsession caused
And we've now unlocked the tavern and the abbey.
and it is shameful that I must rely upon you to set it right.
Go look at the stagecoach. We got 2 antiquarians. So antiquarians are kind of a non-combat class that are good
Others will not
for generating extra gold from your quests.
what others will not see.
We can now go to the tavern, not that we particularly want to. We can now go to the abbey, now not that we particularly want to, and we'll just deactivate these. Good. Let's have a look.
The cobwebs have been dusted.
So we've got a short, a medium, and a medium. There's a nice stun amulet on the go.
The poisoned earth, awaiting merciful oblivion.
A damage one,
Time you will know the tragic extent.
an
of my
Eldridge
fate.
Slaying Ring, and accuracy. And we should also look at what skills we got. So he's good in position 2 because he's got a lovely stun. He is good in 1 or 2, and you're good everywhere. You've got your stab. You are mostly useless. I mean, your blight does a little bit. But you'll let us get some extra gold. Aim here is just to cycle a week mostly and get some more heroes out of the stagecoach, whilst getting a item that we might well make a fair bit of use out of. suppose it doesn't hurt to be using our stun resist item. Ready, steady, go. No. That looks good. So, how do the antiquarians help you get more gold, you might be wondering?
Pace out the halls of your lineage.
They do so
Now,
by letting you stack larger amounts of gold per item slot. But you know what? We're going to continue this next episode. I hope you enjoyed watching and that you'll join us again soon. Bye-bye.